Hey guys, Creepypasta here, and today we're gonna talk about a Five Nights at Freddy's theory. Wait, huh? What do you mean no? I'll be right back. Prove it. Oh, look at the title. Look at the title of the video. Alright. The heck? Well, get this intro started. Alright, and get it rid of that intro. Yeah. Oh, before I get started here, I've kind of been inspired by Dragon Ball Z to create this. It's kind of like a scouter, basically. It's still a work in progress. I've got some stuff to do. Anyway. Kind of. Yes, I mean, it hangs. Anyway, that's beside the point. Alright, hey guys, Creepypasta here, and today, this happens to be the most stupid ritual of all time. I wouldn't even call it a ritual. I mean, it's too simple. Way too simple. If you know what I mean. Right? Today we're talking about the Charlie Challenge. Alrighty, guys. So the Charlie Challenge is this new craze going around. New craze. Yeah, basically a new craze. Everybody's doing it. Everybody says it's real. But here's the thing. It's fake. I'm gonna tell you why in just a second. I did some research just to prove you how fake it is. Now, I do have some guidelines to where I believe a ritual is real or not. Like, if it's just like way too simple, then it's probably not real. Or if it's overcomplicated, then it's definitely not real. Well, maybe not. Not sure. Rituals can be strange, but every time I've seen a ritual that is extremely simple, or something that's very complicated, where like you do one thing wrong and it messes the whole thing up, those turn out to be fake. The Charlie game, no different. So, wait. Let me just be right back. Alright guys, I'm gonna read you this article, so... And if you want to know, it's on... What is the name of this website? Okay, so... www.independent.co.uk/news/weird news or weird-news/Charlie-Challenge-explained whatever. So the title of this article is called Charlie Challenge Explained. It's just gravity, not a Mexican demon being summoned. Alright, let's read. Alright. You or your wayward demonic teens might have summoned up a malignant Mexican spirit with a couple of pencils, but thankfully, all is probably well. Here's what's really going on in the Charlie Challenge. What's the Charlie Charlie Challenge and where did it come from? The Charlie Charlie Challenge had, or variants of it, known as the pencil game or Charlie Pencil. That sounds like some like my MOP would just make up like Charlie Pencil. A new character coming soon. New episode, new film. Yeah. Alright. Has been around for some time. It's claimed that the game is an old Mexican tradition, but there's no trace of that on the internet. But it seems to have been around for years before it took off this week. To play the game, grab a sheet of paper and draw 2 lines on it to make a cross. Put a yes in the top right and bottom left-hand corner, and put a no in the remaining 2. Then put a pencil right on the line going across. Balance a pencil on top of that, along the line going downwards. Alright? To properly summon the demon according to the game, you then have to ask Charlie Charlie, can we play? The pencils should start moving. If they go to yes, the demon is ready and willing to answer your questions. Put the pencil back and use the same technique to get answers. If it's no, then you have to come back later or try again. What is actually moving the pencils? Gravity and the awkward positioning of some pencils. They just wouldn't sit still even if you wanted them to. It's perhaps scarier than a Ouija board because it doesn't have the same explanations. With those boards, players have to keep hold of a glass while it moves around the table. So it's not difficult to imagine that people might be pushing it around without knowing it. With the Charlie Charlie game, however, nobody is actually touching the pencils, but they're still likely being pushed. The pencils have to be so finely balanced on top of each other that even the slightest movement from a breath or slightly tilted surface will push it around. The arrangement of the pencils that the game requires means that they'll always move, because it's not a natural position for them to be in. Reminds me of something else. Nah, forget it. That's why the game works reliably. To make the demon at least say no, unlike the Ouija board, it doesn't require people to work, and so the pencils will always move if they're aligned correctly. But if the friction of the pencils is too much, they just won't move. If you'd like to debunk the game yourself, try doing the same thing without the paper and without the incantation. Pencils placed on top of and across each other always move around whether or not a demon is being summoned to push them. Why does scary stuff happen afterwards? Afterwards, some have reported strange goings-on. Those seem especially scary if the people don't chant the important words, Charlie, Charlie, can we stop, and say goodbye when the demon says yes. Screw this game. Okay, it's possible that strange things are happening, but it's equally likely that after playing the game, the brain gets itself into a state that makes it extra suggestible and fearful. That's the same thing that makes people more likely to hear strange noises when they're on their own or in the dark. In both of those situations, people are generally more in danger, so the brain thinks itself into a special fight or flight state that makes it extra vigilant to noises so that those dangers can be avoided. Who is Charlie? As with most urban legends, the actual fact of who Charlie is seems to vary depending on who's telling it. Some claim it is a child that took his own life, others a demonic Mexican man with black and red eyes. The only way to really find out who he is for sure is to play the game and ask him. And that is it. So what have you guys learned? Well, I can tell you what I've learned. This Charlie Charlie game is a bunch of bull. What did you think I was gonna say? You little people. Well, yeah, basically, what it's basically saying is that whenever you finish it, the brain is basically stimulated for it's harder. Okay, now this is getting harder to explain. Wow. I'm gonna turn on some lights so you guys can see me better. Alright. Actually, that's a lot better. Okay. So, this works with your mental. Well, it messes with your brain, basically. To dumb it down, it messes with your brain to think that something's there when it's really not, and yeah. The human brain is kind of a mystery with some things, but however, we discover new things every day. And, well, Psychic's just around the corner. No, seriously, I have a patient named Psychic. He's actually not psychic. His parents just named him Psychic because they're idiots. I'm kidding. There's no one coming around this corner. Anyway, if you like this video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to join the Creeper Cat Army. I will see you later, recruits. Goodbye.